What happens when a group of people feel so disconnected from the land they're on, they start building a home out of myths? In 2026, we're seeing a massive identity crisis. It's a homelessness of the soul, where the real history of the slave ship is being traded for something more royal. You've seen the claims. The idea that Black Americans are actually the true ancient Egyptians, the Moors, or even the copper-colored Native Americans who are already here. It's a visible rejection of Sub-Saharan roots. It's as if the actual history isn't grand enough. So a new, regal past has to be fabricated to replace the trauma of the Middle Passage. The problem is the trauma gap. For many, Sub-Saharan history starts at the slave ship in the classroom. It's a history of being taken, being sold, and being broken. That is a heavy burden to carry. So when someone offers a history of being a pharaoh or a Hebrew king, it's not just a history lesson, it's an escape hatch. They aren't choosing Egypt because they have the artifacts. They're choosing it because it's a story where they finally win. But can you really heal from a trauma by pretending it never happened to your ancestors? But there's a moment of truth that many of these movements avoid at all costs: the DNA test. Why is it that the loudest voices claiming these ancient bloodlines are often the most afraid of a science-backed ancestry report? Because deep down, there's a fear that the facts won't support the fantasy. They'd rather live in a golden lie than face a reality that points right back to West Africa. In 2026, we have the map. We can trace a lineage back to a specific village in Nigeria or a tribe in Ghana with incredible precision. But a DNA test is cold. It doesn't give you a crown, it gives you a data point. This fabrication we're seeing is actually a spiritual crest. By claiming to be Native American or Moorish, people are trying to claim a high ancestry to counteract a low social status in the present. They're choosing a spirit father over a biological father because the spirit father didn't wear chains. And here's the irony. To gain power, some are now using the exact same dehumanizing language once used against them. Using terms like caveman or beast to describe others is a psychological flip of the script. It's an attempt to build a new biological hierarchy. But you have to ask, if your sense of worth depends on dehumanizing someone else, have you actually found freedom or just a different kind of cage? This is the most dangerous part of the crisis. When you believe you have divine or original DNA, it naturally implies that others have inferior DNA. We're seeing a rise in rhetoric that mirrors the very eugenics used in the 19th century to justify slavery. By calling others cavemen or beasts, it's an attempt to reclaim the human title by stripping it away from someone else. It's a zero-sum game of dignity where no one actually wins. Is a powerful lie really better than a resilient truth? Maybe it's time to stop running from the mirror and embrace the real ancestors who actually survived. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm out.